Formula One has cranked up the heat over Barcelona. The first Grand Prix held here was won by Nigel Mansell after a wheel-to-wheel battle with Ayrton Senna. But who will follow in his footsteps this weekend? Long straights and medium speed turns dominate here, but there's something else to watch out for at Barcelona. The air currents are strong and unpredictable, and they'll be giving aerodynamic components a real run for their money this weekend. We're about halfway through the season now, and there's still plenty of time for everything to change. All eyes are on the teams and how they tackle the rest of the year. So, without further ado, let's get started. We return for the next day of our highly anticipated race weekend, which sees the end of practice and the start of qualifying. By the end of the day, we'll know who's leading at the front, who's packing out the midfield, and who's bringing up the rear. All 20 drivers competing will be pushing their cars to the limit, pushing themselves to the limit too. But if they can push beyond those limits, well, the very best find themselves mounting a challenge for the championship. So get yourselves comfortable. It's going to be quite the ride. Drivers are strapping themselves in, ready for race day.
Aston Martin did a good job during qualifying, and they're pretty much where everyone expected them to be on the grid. Now, it's up to them to defy expectations during the race itself. This weekend, Red Bull displayed promise during qualifying. Now, they need to capitalize on their grid position and get a good race under their belts. A sunny day here with only a few clouds in the sky. If things stay this way, the weather shouldn't pose any challenges to the teams.
And there are going to be some tough calls to make in Catalonia today. So let's see who makes the best ones for the Spanish Grand Prix. I don't want to tempt fate, but there are quite a few clouds overhead as we look at the lineup on the grid. Taking a look at the Aston Martin. Slower than most yesterday, so today they'll be starting from the bottom half of the grid. There's the second Aston Martin. They're in the back half of the pack, so they'll need to work hard if they want a podium finish. Everything's been building to this. This is it. It's the Spanish Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go.
That's it. This is good, come on.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position. Let's take a look at the replay. So this was the Aston Martin. a place there. Excellent work from them. That was a big moment. The team are clearly delighted. Oh, and that's a crash.
We need to retire the car.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place. Here's the replay. Let's have a look here. This was the Aston Martin. A bold move indeed. And with that, they've gained a position. I think it's safe to say that went down well with the team. Mercedes moved up a place. Sounds like there's been contact. Let's have a look. Okay, so there we have the Alpine. You can clearly see the contact there, and that caused a lot of damage. Sounds like someone's locked up. Let's see what happened there. Now, just watch the Mercedes here. They've locked up, but that could have been much worse. Looks like there's been a lockup. Let's take a closer look. Now, we see the Williams here. Oh, and there's the lockup. That's the last thing they'll have wanted. And that was a bitter blow for the team. And it may have really hurt their overall chances. Oh, we've had a spin. We can take a look now. Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved in this one. That looked like a very nasty spin. It's a race position gained for Mercedes. Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Box.
had a crash on the track. Let's take a look at the replay. Okay, so there we have the Alpine. Clearly, something went very, very wrong there. That sounds like someone's gone wide there. Let's have a look. Now just take a look at the McLaren. They've gone wide. They won't be happy about that. Is that a lockup? Here's the replay. Now look at this. It was the AlphaTauri driver involved. And yes, that's the lockup. Oh, big lockup there. We're just watching the Red Bull. That lockup could have cost them dearly. No! The team are devastated. They'll be questioning just what happened out there. There's been a crash. Sounds like a single car. Let's see what happened there. Now just take a look at the McLaren. Dear me, they won't have been expecting that. I think there's been a lockup. We can take a look now. Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved in this one. And this, yes, there, that's the lockup. There's been a crash. Let's take a closer look. Now, just watch the Mercedes here. There's the crash. Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place. So this was the Aston Martin. A bold move indeed. And with that, they've gained a position. Sounds like we've had a spin. Now just focus on the Haas. They lose it there. That's the spin. That's going to be a big blow to the team. Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position. Here's the replay. So this was the Aston Martin. And they get past? Which moves them up a position? Back in the garage, the team absolutely loved it. Red Bull moved up. Was that a lock-up on the track? Someone spun out. Let's take a look at the replay. Sounds like there's been a crash. Let's have a look. Now we see the Williams here. Thank goodness nobody else was involved. That was a big crash. Seems to have been a lock-up. Let's see what happened there. Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved in this one. They've locked up, but that could have been... Looks like there's been a lock-up. We can take a look now. Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved in this one. It's a lock-up, and that could be costly. The team are really disappointed with that. Is that a lock-up? Oh, there's a spin! Now just focus on the Haas. And yes, that's where they spin out. And the team had such high hopes today. And that's a lock-up!
Seven to go. Pick up the pace a bit.
I think that was a crash. Let's take a closer look. Now, just watch the Mercedes here. Oh, a nasty crash there.
Four laps to go. Yeah, take it easy. 3 to go. You're doing a good job.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
We can push a bit more. Last lap. First checkered flag.
What an incredible outcome for Aston Martin's driver. Aston Martin having an extremely good day at the track.
Absolutely. I imagine it'll be pats on the back all round, and deservedly so.
The end this weekend in 5th place in the constructor standings.
For the next Grand Prix, make sure you join us at the renowned city circuit of Monaco. Prepare yourselves for one of the most legendary rounds of the season.